Manisha, Priyam, to get you into this conversation. Ratanji, I'll come back to you as well. I know you want to make a point. But Manisha ji, the fact is, do you, the whole talk of we will boycott the elections. We had heard it in the beginning, small murmurs of that in the beginning of 2024 Lok Sabha elections as well, if you remember. And those times, these issues were raised on the conduct, again, of the EC. Once again, you have threats being raised that we will boycott the election. Do you think these are just empty threats, or these political parties could actually follow up on them?
So once again, I will come back to the basics of what I've said, which is fundamentally different from the approach taken by esteemed panelist Amitabh Tiwari ji. This is not about numbers. Maybe so many people are dead, maybe so many people have permanently shifted, but please realize that a large number of people of Bihar who are citizens of the state and who have been voting since times immemorial have peacefully assisted the process. And that is why today the election commission states it's a success, because people have gone through the process. And I would ask the people who have gone through the process, they have no idea of what the beginning, end, or rationale of the process is. Whether they go and fill the form, does the BLO come? Please ask people if the BLO has come to their doorsteps. Where are the
Okay.
forms to be found?
No,
What
fair
is to
point.
be attached to the forms? Now, I will consider my exercise to be legitimate if I have been through these steps. Why is there a divide between the state and the people? There used to be a system where the BLOs used to come door to door and these things used to be asked. Now, we have spoken to many BLOs who have said that this is the stack. Very openly, they have said, these are the people who
Right.
are dead. Sure, agreed. But the fact is, how do you know? हम जाएंगे दरवाजे दरवाजे. Now, I already hear that people have the numbers of so many are deceased, so many. And the BLO is still saying that this is my stack. I will go and find out if these people are dead. I have gathered from secondary
Right.
sources. So, for me, the understanding is not clear as to who has matched unit level data with what. Whether the people who have gone through the process are satisfied with this or not, rather
Right.
than third party, is the election commission wanting to do Jan Sunwais or not? Anything said in Hindi is not political. Jan Sunwai is not a political term. Panchayat is not a political term. Does the election commissioner or their officers want to talk to local mukhias or not? जो धोती पहनते हैं और मोटिया का कुर्ता पहनते हैं, वो लोग बाय
Right.
डेफिनेशन पॉलिटिकल लोग नहीं होते हैं. और पॉलिटिक्स करना कोई खराब बात नहीं है. दिन भर में मजदूरी थाप के और उसके बाद हम अपना फॉर्म भरते हैं. हम लोग खराब लोग नहीं होते हैं. हम लोग से बात कीजिए.
Right.
हम लोग को क्यों
No, fair
समझना है
point.
कि हमसे समझिएगा
Fair
नहीं. हम
point.
50 लाख है कि 60
I
लाख है
want
कि
to,
7 करोड़ है, इससे हमको नहीं
right.
मतलब है.
I
हमारा
want to take
प्रोसेस
final,
बहुत अच्छा कीजिए.
right.
And
Ma'am,
Priti ji, I would want to conclude by saying that this pavitrata of election had come by a very controversial election commissioner called TN Session. For the first time, many dabangs who used to think they will loot elections, and one political leader had said, hey, session ko tesan dhara denge. And I think the TN Session moment became the dividing line. And for deepening of democracy in Bihar, the Garib Gurbas
Right.
went ahead and voted. That's the Garib Gurba on whom you want to construct the democracy. Just go
Right.
back and construct it bit by bit. Don't tell us whether we are in the deceased or permanently migrated.
No, fair
I
point.
don't
And
want
I want to take final
to
comments, and I want to go to Sanjay ji first. Sanjay ji, the sheer fact, something that Ashutosh also touched upon, ultimately, there will be a question on the credibility of the EC. Till now, there's been stone cold silence other than source-based information, which once again is very new coming in from the EC. It's never quite happened earlier. But we touched on the 61 lakh figure. Amitabh ji also said that there are a lot of those are dead. There are many displaced,
maybe
missing.
they're dead.
But the fact, Sanjay ji, is also, if you look at the last elections, and you spoke of it in your earlier submission, seats were won and lost by a matter of hundreds and thousands. And a number like this could practically turn this election.
No, see, there are larger questions which other panelists are raising, and I agree with all those larger points. Manisha is talking about, the unease among the people. Imagine a day when people go out to vote on the election day, and when a very large number of people don't find their names on the electoral roll. What's going to happen? It's going to be a very public unrest. They will, there will be a lot of noise about that. So there are a large number of issues beyond just about victory and losses. But the question which you have raised is right. it was a tight election in 2025, 2020 assembly election. And it also seems, going by the current mood of the people of Bihar, it is heading for a tight election. And if it is a tight election, and we have been hearing about allegations about Maharashtra, Haryana, Delhi, much about Maharashtra, what has happened between the Lok Sabha elections and assembly elections. So this is the kind of situation which is emerging in Bihar as well, which might emerge in Bihar as well, because uh, large number of constituencies were decided, the victory and defeat were decided by few thousand votes. Almost 40, 50 constituencies with less than 5,000 votes. And if it is affecting 23, 24,000 votes each assembly constituency, this is going to have an impact on the electoral outcome also. And I think this is being anticipated by the opposition parties, and that's why they are making a noise. There
Right.
are larger issues. And I also agree with Sharda ji. I am personally not against revision. It should be done because we know that the quality of electoral rolls are bad, but not the way it is being carried out in Bihar, not in such a hurry. It should have been done at a leisurely, like in very, very systematic. So personally, I'm not against this revision, but the way it is being carried forward, I'm against that.
Fair point. I don't think anybody is really against the revision. Even the political parties that have spoken have made that very clear that we're not against the revision. It's about the timing of it as well.